Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're looking at a stack of documents from FaithFlow Rooted Ministry, and I have to say the opening concept really hit a little close to home.
Which one was that?
They talk about this specific type of exhaustion they call quiet burnout.
Oh, yeah. It's a heavy term, isn't it? Because usually when you think of burnout, you picture someone who's, completely checked out or having a massive crisis.
Right.
But these sources, they describe something else. They're talking about really capable, faithful people, people doing all the right things, receiving, leading, always showing up. But inside, they just feel totally drained,
Yeah.
disconnected.
That's what hooked me, because the text explicitly says this isn't a crisis of belief, and honestly, that's a relief to hear. It's a crisis of clarity. So let's break that down. What exactly are we supposed to be unclear about?
Well, think about how most of us are taught. The sources point out this massive gap. We usually learn faith as doctrine, what to believe.
Okay.
But we learn leadership as activity, what to do.
So I have my Sunday school beliefs in one box and my productivity hacks for the week in another.
Exactly. And FaithFlow argues that trying to glue those two things together on your own with no support is what creates that heaviness.
That makes sense.
You're basically running a spiritual operating system with incompatible leadership software. Their whole mission is to integrate them into what they call a leadership ecosystem.
So how do they fix the glitch? Because, be yourself is great advice until you have a real deadline or a crisis to manage.
It starts with what they call the whole person clarity framework. And what's interesting is that before they give you a to-do list, they give you a mirror.
A mirror.
Yeah. They use 3 specific tools to help you stop comparing your own chaotic inside to someone else's polished outside.
I saw the spiritual gifts quiz, which seems pretty standard for this kind of thing. But the other two surprised me.
Let me guess, the love language is one.
Yes. Why is that in a leadership curriculum? I mean, isn't that for dating or marriage counseling?
That's what you'd think. But that's actually the key insight here. The source material argues that the quiz isn't about romance. It's about replenishment.
Replenishment.
If you don't know how you personally receive care and encouragement, you can't refill your own tank. Say you're a leader who recharges through words of affirmation, but you're working in a total vacuum. No one ever gives you feedback.
You're going to burn out.
You will burn out no matter how strong your faith is.
But it actually makes a ton of sense. It's about knowing your own fuel source so you don't just run on fumes.
Precisely. And once you have that clarity, that anchor, as they call it, then their ecosystem splits into 2 very different tracks.
This was the most fascinating part for me. Track 1 is what you'd expect, right? Rooted ministry. It's for parents, volunteers, small group leaders.
Right. It's about the Tuesday afternoon reality. Using resources like their Rooted in Revelation journal to make decisions for your family that actually align with your values, instead of just reacting to stress all day.
But then there's track 2, the campaign series. And this is explicitly for people in or running for public office.
It is. And it's a bold move. They have materials titled After the Ballot and Combating Campaign Burnout.
Wow. That feels incredibly niche.
It is, but think about the pressure cooker of public service. High visibility, constant scrutiny, nonstop urgency. FaithFlow is applying that exact same whole person framework here.
So they're not offering campaign strategy tips.
Not at all. The goal isn't a political victory, it's emotional and spiritual survival. They want the candidate to finish the race, win or lose, with their soul intact. They're trying to prevent that sort of hollowed-out look we see in so many public figures after just a few years.
It's just so interesting that whether you're a mom managing a toddler or a candidate running for Senate, the prescription is the same: clarity first.
That's the core takeaway. The transformation they're aiming for is from pressure to peace.
Wait.
And not by escaping responsibility, they are very pro-work, but by carrying it in a different way.
There was a line in the notes that really stuck with me. Faith was never meant to drain you. It was meant to sustain you.
It's a provocative thought, isn't it? It suggests that if your faith feels heavy, the problem might not be the weight of the burden itself. It might just be that you're carrying it against your own design.
That feels like a powerful place to leave it. If you're listening and you feel that quiet burnout, maybe the answer isn't to try harder, but just to see yourself a little bit clearer. Thanks for diving in with us.